Welcome back to the grand final for the Casters Clash, the ANZ HeroesHype Casters Clash. Before we get underway, massive shout out to HeroesHype, the guys behind the scenes. They've been doing a fantastic job over the last couple of weeks in terms of marketing us, in terms of helping with the production, and helping make this all come to light. This is the grand final. It's going to be a very different grand final to what you were probably expecting. Team Skimmy versus Team Kitfox have made it through to the grand final, as we just saw with Team Kitfox taking the best of 3 series against Team Wind Concurs. This is it, boys. This is the last of it. How have you been enjoying the day so far, Kerrigan?
I've been loving it, but this one thing right here is exactly what I've been waiting for, I have to say. I'm so keen.
Talk to us about it. Tell us, what are we doing?
So the challenge has been put forward by Skimmy to Kitfox to have a 1v1 best of 1 grand final, and I couldn't be more excited. ARAM style, I believe we're doing draft of 3 heroes. So I'm so happy that this is where it's at. I'm so keen.
Are we gonna do you want this, boys, Skimmy, Kitfox, do you want this to be a best of 3, or are we gonna just go best of 1? Let's go. This is it. Roll the clip.
No, I'm gonna knock Skimmy out for a home run. Let's do it in 1.
Let's do it. Best of 1.
Best of 1 it is. All right. Well, we won't keep you waiting any longer. This is going to be hilarious. We're going to have GLP and Winters casting for us on this one. Kitfox and Skimmy, you can keep your comms open. More than welcome to have a little banter if you like.
Doing some of those bands around.
Let's have some fun. The teams have been put to rest. The players can all go and relax. The casters themselves will be duking it out for the grand final and the prize, which I nominated earlier this week, which won't say live on stream. But we will get underway. Game number 1 of 1, the grand final for the Casters Clash. When you're ready, boys, let's lock him in.
Good luck, guys.
What are we locking in? Are we locking in? Are we going
It's ARAM, boy. It's ARAM, boys. So it'll give you a choice of 3.
Let's go. Hang on. Doubt joining it up. Hang on.
That's all right. He's gone. He's gone.
None of these HGC players in here. We need none of that. Just casters only party.
Team Skimmy will be on the blue side and Team Kitfox will be on the red side. This is for the grand final glory in the ANZ Casters Clash. Kerrigan, who's your money on?
Hang on, Skimmy's got like 300. Skimmy's got like 300 levels on me, so already this is a bad.
You should have thought about that before you challenged him to a 1v1, Kitfox.
I don't know who's on my screen, but
yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
that's a unfortunate selection of
Kit's team in general has been on fire all day. So come on, Kit, bring it home. Let's go.
I'm not sure about this pick.
Okay, well, ready.
I assume he doesn't look super impressed, so we'll see how we go.
Oh, it is.
Leoric.
Oh, wow. This is going to be
Skimmy on the blue side, rocking the Leoric.
This
And
is
Kitfox.
gonna be spicy, yeah.
Oh, on the Sonya. Now, traditionally in lane, we see Sonya beating Leoric in a 1v1, right?
Well, it can be a lane that Leoric can just like survive through, but when it comes to like this kind of scenario, you need to do more than just survive through a lane. But he will a lot of the time end up living and dying by his Drain Hope, although he has gone. Well, actually, a lot of the talents are
He's
kind
gone
of
Consume Vitality,
yeah.
so he's going for the extra 4% healing on his max HP.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We got the first little dust up in the mid lane. Kitfox taking a bunch of damage there from Skimmy, who connects with his Drain Hope.
Oh, he's just slapping away at him. He is just not having any of that. Just showing him who's boss right off the bat. Skimmy's looking.
Kitfox sitting at about half health. What are you doing, Kitfox? Hit the minions. Warpaint, mate. Heal up.
Skimmy's looking for those health regen globes. He's getting a few of them, and he is very healthy, keeping Kitfox away from that lane,
Oh my god.
away from all of those minions, trying to make sure that he cannot sustain off all of those minions, making his life a little bit of an issue. Oh, he's just running and straight into him. He is, oh, misses the drain hope, so that's a little bit of an opportunity for Kitfox to get back into it. Just trading blows, but Skimmy is going to be getting the better trade out of this because he does have the wave in a favorable position. He's able to grab some of those health globes to keep himself alive, and he just has a lot of sustain in his kit. With the drain hope actually landing this time, Kitfox has to back out of that one.
Yeah, and so for everyone at home, the observer interface, it looks like Leoric's got 2 talents to Kitfox's none. It's not actually the thing. It's just the overlay.
Yeah, that actually baited me right at the start. I was like, oh, he's got a... He's like, oh, wait, no, it's just the war paint from Sonya.
Jabugged. Well,
Yep.
Skimmy sitting at about 2/3 health. Kitfox now starting to come into his own as he's managing to heal up a little bit off these minions. Well, Drain Hope connects again. Skimmy in a favourable position. Needs to start applying the damage to that Kitfox, pushing back out of lane.
Oh, those auto attacks are really starting to stack up from that Leoric, and we can see just how much control Skimmy has over the lane. It's making it very hard for Kitfox to really get much control. With Skimmy controlling all of the health regen globes on both the sides of the map and also just in the lane, make it very hard for Kitfox to have easy sustain as he does try and whirlwind his way through, but with absolutely nothing there to help out, he is in a world of hurt.
This game is going to take a long time. Oh my
Well, it
goodness.
gives both players ample opportunity to make the most of their heroes. Kitfox does have a little bit of opportunity, but Skimmy is just going to be grabbing both of those health regens globes. He still has his well tap, so he is got a lot of sustain in his back, and Kitfox trying to get something happening with the sustain, but gets taken down with the first blood.
What are you going to say about that first blood, Skimmy?
Easy game. Roll the clip.
Oh, the smack talk coming in. Just make sure he knows who is boss. Any rebuttal there, Kitfox?
I fat fingered my whirlwind. Don't get too
Oh. Oh, he goes in again. The whirlwind is going to be helping him keep sustain, but the drain hope is helping Skimmy stay alive as well. He's dropping a little bit low. He does have another drain hope, so he is going to be able to get him just a little bit more. Trying to go for the 1v1, so close. Skimmy almost going down. Kitfox does manage to get a kill for himself.
The retaliation strike there. Sonya clipping the heels of the king of the undead himself, Leoric. Kitfox, how did that feel?
Oof, better. I feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders.
A little bit sweaty. Got some roll on for those pits, mate. Let's do it, boys.
All right, with that drain hope missing, it does make it a little bit harder for Skimmy to sustain. He is going to be able to control the waves because he did take the Neil Peasants at 4. He's going to be able to clear the wave much, much more quickly than Kitfox is, and because he's able to control those minion waves, he's able to control those health regen globes on the sides, and we can see just how much power he's able to get out of that. Drain hope doesn't land, making it much harder for him to stick around, having to be very careful with how he sticks around here. Kitfox able to get a little bit more room now that Skimmy isn't able to land those drain hopes.
Yep. Well, if he's missing the drain hopes, he's missing the opportunity to heal himself up. He's going to have to run around and dance to pick up some health globes and go back to his well and tap. So Kitfox looking like he's got the upper hand here initially. It's whether or not he can take Skimmy down and out for good. That's the question.
You know, once we get later and later into this game, once we get some more of those talents in, the Leroy can really start to take control of these duels. But as we can see right now, the Drain Hope, essentially Skimmy is living and dying in these fights by that Drain Hope. And if he doesn't manage to land it, it's much harder for him to really stick around. But if he does land it, Kitfox has to be very careful with how he plays it out.
I want to see what heroics we're going to get. We're going to get Leap? Or is it going to be Berserk?
Oh.
I want to see the job.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not too sure we'd see an Entomb, to be honest. Although Skimmy might have some interesting next level strats planned.
Skimmy, can you give us any insight into the level 10 you're thinking about taking?
Whatever does damage and kills his dog.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Oof,
He's
mate.
taking it personal.
Or Drainhope does land, and how he has taken a Willing Vessel, he is going to be getting a lot more healing from that skill, but with the minions in favor of Kitfox, he isn't able to really stick around all that much, as Kitfox is starting to get a little bit of control here. Skimmy's still sticking around in a matchup that essentially is meant to be going much more in favor of the Sonya, as we have seen like in regular games.
Yeah, normally we'd see the Sonya kind of dominating, but Leoric obviously able to hang around, or even if he does die, still gets the trade value to suck up that experience. The only thing is that without any other lanes pushing, or without anyone else to assist in pushing these towers down, it's going to be a 1v1 until these death timers start, getting a little bit longer. So we see Poison Spear coming out from Sonya at level 7, and we've got Willing Vessel, so the increased healing from Drainhope. If it lasts for the full duration, then it instantly heals Leoric back for another 5% of his health as well. So interesting.
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of these I say team fights, but just engagements just rather extended, and with the Drainhope able to stick on for quite a while, we're seeing a lot of the sustain coming into effect. And if Skimmy is able to get back control of these waves and able to make sure that Kitfox is on the back foot, we might start to see it swing back a little bit. But Kitfox, with the Sonya, able to apply a lot of pressure, making it very hard for this Leoric to really get too much sustain going.
Yeah, well, look, it was a choice between ETC, Leoric, or Lily. So I think Leoric was the solid choice there by the Skim Dog. But it's not going to be paying any dividends at the moment. Kitfox has got a commanding lead against him at the moment.
Yeah, and it's somewhat to be expected, but Skimmy is sticking around. It's not over until that core goes down, and with level 10 already picked up for this Leoric, let's see if he can actually get a little bit done before Kitfox is able to get one for himself.
I think that level 10 is about to come online right now for the Sonya. So are we going to see Leap? Are we going to see some big cataclysmic stuns and jumps all over Leoric's face? Who knows?
It's just going to be the Wrath of the Berserker wanting to go for those more extended engagements, as we've been seeing. Just a lot of slapping back and forth, and that Wrath of the Berserker will be able to get a lot more value in those kind of situations.
Plus he's Leoric, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Leoric
March
can
the Black
kind of
King.
ignore a lot of the control coming out of the Sonya, as Skimmy doing a decent amount of work now, is finally getting some push back, forcing Kitfox to be a little bit more cognizant of the damage coming out of this Leoric, and another Drainhope landing, making sure that Kitfox cannot just step up to the plate. As the minions take a little bit of a weird detour, but Kitfox is going to be able to sustain himself just a little bit from this wave, but a lot of damage coming out. Here comes the Wrath of Berserker. Skimmy has to be a little bit careful, but a lot of pressure coming out now. He is going to use the Wraithwalk to get himself out of there just a little bit. Slams coming in, forces Skimmy back.
Yeah, that was a good push back there from Kitfox. Skimmy having a tuck tail between his bony legs and go back and tap and try and get himself another little globe. It's actually an interesting little back and forth that we've got here, because damage will come in, come out, they'll heal, they'll come back and push back. But Skimmy already got the slight advantage there, taking out the initial fort wall.
Yeah, getting a little bit of extra structural damage. It's not really all that much on the way of the structures of Skimmy. So Kitfox still has a bit of work to do. He's going to have to really knock this Leoric out of the game just to get anything done, because the amount of wave clear that Skimmy does have with that Neo Peasants at 4 is really helping him out in just controlling these waves.
So I think we're going to be looking at a different rule set than for us to go to core, ladies and gents. We're just tossing that up at the moment via the rulebook and the admin. We definitely don't want to see this going all day.
I'm sorry, all right. It was this or Chen.
Oh, yeah, that I don't think would have worked all that well into the Leoric. Or just going to march his way through. Not a hell of a lot getting done there. The Drainhope is helping out a lot, but does have to Wraithwalk himself out of there because he's just not able to stand up to the Wrath of Berserker damage coming out from the Sonya.
Just to let you guys know, because of the length that this game could potentially go to, especially with the two heroes being picked. It will come down to first fort.
Yeah, first
So
fort
the
seems
fort taken
yeah.
is going to be the winner.
Seems appropriate.
All right, first to fort, boys. This is it. Time for you both to get sweaty. Looks like Skimmy's got a little bit of a lead there. He's still got that first fort wall down. Kitfox, you got a little bit to go, mate. Half a tower down. Not good enough. Get back in there and start hitting that wall, mate.
The way he's trying to get a lot of pressure down, but with the amount of wave play coming out of the Leoric, it's very hard to actually just keep that pressure going without really risking yourself. Trying to get the kill into Skimmy though. He does have the Drain Hope, keeping himself a little bit sustained. Kitfox does pop the Wrath of the Berserker yet again, which might end up in a kill. He does. This is another opportunity for Kitfox to start applying pressure to these structures. He has to be very cognizant of that timer. Skimmy coming back with that death passive. He will be able to deal with those minions once he gets back. As he is going to be able to, if he comes back, he's going to be able to use the March of the Black King just to do a lot of damage as Kitfox is taking a lot in return. Here comes the Wraith Walk. He's trying to get him going. The Drain Hope does not land. Kitfox does survive for just a little bit longer, but he is really hurting right now.
Mate, that Neil Peasants is just absolutely monstering these waves against Sonya. You'd think that there'd be a little more wave clear on the side with that Whirlwind, but, you know, just watching this 1v1, you can see that Sonya's Whirlwind doesn't exactly take down a whole wave, and she's got to sit there and auto-attack a couple of extra times. You know, Leo just walked up and goes, Neil Peasants! Bang! So
exactly.
They fall over. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and with that Drain Hope landing yet again, he's making sure Kitfox has to be getting as much sustain as possible. It's not nearly enough at the meantime as Skimmy taking a little bit of extra damage. The Wrath of the Berserker out yet again. But Skimmy's sustain and the Leoric trait is able to keep him in this lane a little bit longer than what you'd usually expect.
JL, did you just say in the meantime? It sounded like you said in the meantime. So, look, Sonya trying to push a little bit up onto this tower. Skimmy's, no, he's just going to queue and wipe out that wave. Come on, boys.
Drain Hope yet again. Oh, another
March of the Black King.
And again, he's just clearing out the wave. He's just making it very hard for Kitfox to really get much of a foothold in this game. As Kitfox is taken very low, the Drain Hope just not enough. I don't think he has yet another well tap, so he is going to be in a really, really difficult position. As Skimmy is just swimming in health globes right now.
Swimming in health globes and getting healed up for all of the health. Now, Skimmy's taken the next advantage there and taken out the other tower, instantly clearing out this wave. Now he's working on some walls. Kitfox in a spot of bother. He needs himself a tea and Scott. He's just going to walk back out and get that. He's okay.
Did have to pop the Wrath of Berserker just to have enough damage and sustain to Whirlwind through that wave, make it a little bit harder for Skimmy to push in, but that's a lot used from that Sonya to actually just to equalize a lane. And Skimmy is in a pretty good position right now. He can play the lane however he needs to, as Skimmy has a bit of an interesting Drain Hope there. As gives Kitfox a little bit of extra room. And Skimmy has to actually be a little bit careful. He's dropping rather low, and with the Ruthless at 13 for the Sonya, that Whirlwind is going to be doing a decent amount of damage once he starts to drop low.
Oh, and here we go. Level 16's coming online, and Mithril Mace picked up there for Skimmy. So his attack speed is going to go all the way up.
Oh yeah.
He's got an instant 20% attack speed increase, and then the repeatable quest. So whenever minions die, he gains 0.3% permanent attack speed. If he takes out Sonya, 3% bang, all the way up to 30.
And he is going to be just slapping away for days, making it really hard. And even if we get to the level 20, the Spectral Leech for Leoric, it's going to really start to stack up, especially with that increased attack speed. As Skimmy, he knows what he's about. He wants these health globes, make it as hard as possible for Kitfox on this Sonya to sustain up, as he is just going to trade a lot of his health bar because he can get it back up quite efficiently, as they are just going to be trading back and forth. Skimmy getting himself out of there, has to get back to the safety of his base. And Kitfox has a little bit of extra space now.
If he can take out this wave nice and quickly, then he might have a chance and get some extra autos onto Skimdog. But look, this is a very interesting 1v1. Very interesting.
Interesting is one of the words to use, I guess. or trying to take him down. The Drain Hope does land, so Kitfox has to be a little bit more cognizant of it. Taking a lot of damage. Skimmy trading very well, even at these low percentages, as Skimmy is trying to keep these waves cleared, as is Kitfox with those whirlwinds and also those spectral swings. But right now, Kitfox is got a little bit of pressure going in his favor, so he's able to get a lot of those extra health regen globes and sustain up a little bit more.
Yeah, the extra attack speed paid off dividends here for Skimmy as well. You can see how quickly he's taken out the minion waves. Lock that in with the Neo Peasant and bing, bam, bam, wham, bam, thank you, man. One wave gone, and he can focus back on the Kitfox. But not if he keeps missing those bloody Drain Hopes.
Yeah, he does manage to clear out the wave rather efficiently using the March of the Black King. I'm sure he's trying to hit out Kitfox as he is dropped very low. Has to be very careful now. Can't really step up to the wave with Skimmy ready to just start swinging away at him. And as you mentioned, that level 16 talent, the Mithril Mace, the attack speed of this Lyric is really going to start ramping up and really become an issue.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen here once we hit level 20, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to first fort down, so next person that dies is going to be sitting on around a 40-second respawn timer. Once we pop 20, it's going to be 50 seconds.
Well, Leoric, maybe not 40 seconds, but will be out of the game for just a little bit. Kitfox does have to pop the Wrath of Berserker to go back in, do a little bit of damage, and he does have the sustain as well. Trying to keep Skimmy out of this fight. Marshall Black King comes in as well, doing a decent amount of work in clearing the wave and also giving him a little bit of extra sustain. But he has to get out there just a little bit more. Drain Hope not there in time, so he has to back away yet again as Kitfox. Whenever he has that Wrath of Berserker, it is making it a little bit hard for Skimmy to actually stick around.
No, it's not going to be dropping off anytime soon with a full minion wave for him to generate rage on. And now if he gets Q back onto Skimmy, which he does, it pops it back up to the half duration. So Skimmy now has to be on his guard. He's got that extra 20 armor there from his Drain Hope. He's still taking a bunch of damage though. Kitfox now having to back off.
Yeah, and throughout all of this, we still have very little structural damage onto Skimmy's tower. So he's much more okay to give up some of that pressure because he has a lot of wave clear and is able to deal with those before they can get too much done. As Kitfox is taking a lot of damage, has to pop the shield, and he is starting to back himself away as Skimmy really just menacing on this Leoric.
Yeah. And we see Kitfox is looking to extend these fights out with that Nerves of Steel talent at level 16. So hopefully one of them will pick up an extra damage talent at level 20 and we can get towards ending this lovely 1v1.
It is going to take a little bit. But as you mentioned, once we hit level 20, Leoric really starts to take over. He becomes a complete menace. Just waiting for those health globes. Ooh, doesn't manage to get that swing on as Skimmy is trying to distract Kitfox, I guess.
I don't know what was going on there, Skim Dog.
No, I'm just doing a bit of dancing.
Having a little bit of
Fair
dance.
It's
Kitfox
Saturday
did
night,
juke you out.
Level 20 has been picked up for Kitfox.
Roll, all right. Kit's got his level 20 online. So does
Level
Leo.
20
What
is
do we
online.
got?
It is a Spectral Leech for the Leoric, so he will be able to do a lot more damage and will have a lot more sustain. And especially with that increased attack speed, he is just smacking away at Kitfox, making it incredibly hard for him to stick around anymore.
As soon as he comes online there and that third swing with the extra 125% extra damage on the third swing from Leoric now, that combined with Spectral Leech.
Yeah, it's a lot, bro.
Extra 100%, yeah. That's a lot of health getting chunked.
And that extra attack speed is making it incredibly hard. He is just gonna just wail away at him with this big mace. And that should be the kill. Sonya is down, and this is giving so much time over to Skimmy to just wail away at this fort.
Is this going to be fought for you, Skim? Is it? You got 30 seconds.
Oh, he has so much time in the world to just wail away. Look at this extra attack speed. He is just... This is the victory road for Skimmy. Looks like he's going to take this 1v1.
Skimmy takes the Casters Clash away from Kitfox.
There it is. There goes the force. There goes.
GG.
Wow. Congratulations, Skim Dog. get the old ghostly B steps going off there and getting that
There's
first
no
ball
need.
win.
It feels that, man.
Oh, wow. Congratulations, Skimmy, on taking the grand final of the first ANZ Casters Clash.
They're
Congratulations.
still going at it.
They just want to keep on
Going
carrying away
away
at
Me
each
and
other.
Kitfox are like,
Yeah,
no, this ain't
no,
over.
Just like, no, no.
This ain't
Run
over.
it back, run it back.
I've
Keep it
left.
going.
I've left. You guys can keep going. That's fine. I left. But that was Kerrigan. That wasn't as exciting as I expected. I was hoping there would be.
I was on the edge of my seat the entire game.
Because
okay?
that's one of
I thought
It's
that
one of
we were
those
gonna get
matchups
two
where it is
assassins
a
or
lot of the
something.
subtleties.
It was a
Yeah,
little bit
choose
of a. I mean, the hero pool was a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, that did kind of suck. It did. I mean,
it was. I think what Lily, Leoric, and who else did you have? Skim.
ETC
It was
ETC,
ETC,
right.
Really.
and Kitfox. You had who and Chen?
I had him, Chen, and Morales.
I'm not
One of a medic.
What do you want, Morales?
Oh, do you know what I noticed though? In ARAMs, if first player slot, it usually tries to force you to tank or heal as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was great. I was loving it.
A bit of a
Oh,
slow
That was
one, but
actually a
we get
pretty good
there.
matchup.
Yeah, it did. It worked really well. I loved. Kit managed to dodge a lot of those drain hopes from Skimmy,
Mhm.
which helped.
So some
him
of those drain
stay
hopes,
in
I'm
his
not sure
lane.
where you were taking those, Skimmy. You were going off into the. You're throwing some of those into the distance.
You know, just chucking them out there. Just no flopping them out. Big mopper style.
Big mopper. But that's it, guys. Your casters clash for today is officially done. Taking first place, Mr. Skimdog himself. Congratulations, my friend, again. Second place, very, very close behind Kitfox. Undisputed team champion, let's call that. Winning the losers bracket as well. More games played. Definitely did really well with yourself, mate. I'm impressed with how you guys competed today. Winters
Shout
taking
out to
that
my
third
team.
spot. Yes. Winters taking that third spot with Disconcursed team, and GL Phoenix running up the rear. Unfortunate, my friend. Sorry to say, but taking the wooden spoon there.
Well, at least I get something out of it.
Yes. Kerrigan, thank you again for joining me today. It's been fantastic
Thanks for
having you. I hope
having
you've
me.
enjoyed being here.
I really did. I did. Took my mind off my horrible neck spasm pain. So it was really fun. We got some memes. It was great. I'm so hype about it, which is appropriate for a Heroes Hype event. But thank you guys so much for coming and putting on an excellent show. And congrats again to Skimmy. Really brought it home with those Leoric swings. I swear that quest came in clutch.
As soon as I got 20, I'm like, gee, roll the quest.
Just slap away. I was wondering whether or not you were going to go for that style of build, just the auto attack, just keep on swinging away, especially with Spectral Leech. I mean, why the hell not?
I was
ridiculous.
surprised you didn't take the talent where minions heal you at level 1, so you could just keep swinging away and getting full health again off a 1 minion wave, considering you're able to clear them so quickly.
I just wanted to keep pressing Q. And if you lose, you
Just
just
keep Q.
You know, that's
Just
your,
keep
that's your
Q even
get out of jail
more.
free card.
Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much, casters, for coming on, for participating in this awesome event. You guys have been fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves being able to cast your own teams games against each other and get some spicy memes in there and some wins for yourself as well.
GG,
Had
man.
fun.
It's a lot of fun. I
Again.
actually really enjoyed it.
It's been a lot of
Had
fun.
a blast. Had a blast. So much fun. Thanks to the Heroes Hype crew. Fantastic.
Yes, definitely. Massive shout out again to Heroes Hype for helping us put all this together. Big shout out to Kid Fox, GL Phoenix, Winters, and Skimmy for coming on today, and Kid Kerrigan again. Thank you for being the lovely
Thank
host with me
you.
today.
And Ballin
we-
for being an absolutely
Oh,
baller beast in
yeah.
the background over here.
Ballin' in production, doing
Keeping it
the
together
work,
the entire day.
pushing the buttons. He knew what was going on when the teams wanted to jump the trigger, pull the trigger really early and get into the game quickly, and we weren't ready. We were sitting here going, "Hold on, we're still going to the bathroom and getting our drinks filled." He's like, "Guys, you ready to go? Let's go. Let's go." He had it all over. It was all good. And yeah, so thank you to everyone involved. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time in the next one.